Cheer. It's your boy Donnell Taurus, and we back again with another video, man. Yeah. Look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. For a long time, I always wondered if age matters when it comes to really the music, like the music industry or becoming an artist or whatever. And for a long time, I really thought that the older you get, the worse it is for you. That's not the case at all, really. Age is nothing but a number. And not only that, the older you get, the wiser you become, and the wiser you become, the more stories you have. So with that, you gotta look at it as your story is still unraveling. And I know by industry standards, by the time you're 25, there's all like no hope for you. That's not the case, man. Now, if you want to become a, recording artist, the younger you are, the better. Usually around 20 to like 24 roughly is the age that they want new artists. But there's also a meaning behind that. They want artists that young because they have longer careers. Not only that, but they don't really know life. They don't really understand the industry all that well, so they're more gullible. And then on top of that, it's easier. It's easy to maneuver them around. So it's one of them things where chair messing up. It's one of them things where you have to accept certain things. You have to. And with me personally, I know for me, when I turned 25, I was like, dang, it's finna be downhill for me. I'm going in a downward spiral. No. But then I started to realize, I'm like, man, age don't matter. And not only that, but like, if you have good music, you have good music. And there's these guys that I follow on Instagram. It's like these two old dudes. They're from like London. I think it's like Boss and Cass or something like that. Pete and Boss. It's old dudes, like, and they spitting. They fire. They go hard. They spitting. They be rapping over the London trap. They be spitting, and I'm a fan of them. I like them. They dope. They go hard. And these are some old dudes. So it really doesn't matter how old you are. You just got to come with hot music, good music. You can get a fan base. There's a fan base for you, and there's a lot of artists out there that they didn't really make it until later on in life. A lot of people didn't make it until later on in life. And I think with the whole stigma around like social media, it becomes this thing. If we're not driving a Ferrari by the time we're 23, we're failures and stuff like that. That's not the case at all. A lot of these people, they figured out a way into the system. They figured it out early on, and sometimes it be like that. But you can't be upset with yourself. You can't judge yourself, and you can't compare yourself to those people. Everyone has a different journey. Everybody has a different journey. So you have to understand where you are in your life and figure out ways where you can manipulate it to where you get what you want out of it. You only got one life to live. So with that, you have to at the end of the day, I say the same thing. You got to put in the work. But age, as far as age is really the mentality. You know, if you feel like you're old and you're too old to do stuff, then that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna trick your mind into thinking you're too old, and then before you know it, 20 years gonna go by, and you're gonna realize that back then you were young. You were still young. That's what it is. You know, you're not old when you're 30, when you're 25, 35, 40, 45, 50. You're not old. You've experienced a lot in life, yes. And to be honest, there's people that's dropping like flies at a very, very young age. I know somebody that passed away a few days ago. 24, man. He didn't even get to see his 30s. There's people dropping like flies out here. So at the end of the day, if every day that you live, you've made it past someone. You've outlived someone. You're fortunate every day. Every day that you wake up breathing, you're fortunate. Things could be different. It can always be different. And that's what you got to realize. It can always be different. And with me, that's how I look at life. I look at life the same way. And of course, I want great things out of life. I want exquisite things, crafty. But it takes time. All these things take time, and you have to understand that. But don't feel like because you're 30 and you're not making the money you want, you're a failure. That's not the case. It just takes time. It just takes time and work. So, you know, that's the whole gist of the whole thing. You know, and with a lot of these artists, these musicians, young gunnies, these young cats, you know, they feel like since they're young with money, anybody that's older than them that's not making money, they feel like they're more superior, but that's not the case. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of these artists are going broke anyway. Young cats getting money, don't know how to maneuver it, don't know how to use it, going broke, buying dumb stuff, jewelry, cars, clothes, things that depreciate in value. If any of y'all watch this movie called Baby Boy, y'all know about the guns and butter. If you don't know about the guns and butter, search it up on YouTube. Baby Boy, guns and butter. And you'll see what Ving Rhames is talking about. Yeah, man, guns and butter, baby. So, you know, as you get older and you start to realize certain things about money and how money works and how it operates. Money's a tool at the end of the day. You gotta understand that. So, you know, of course, with age, you start to realize a lot of these things. So me personally, I'm really happy I didn't make an absurd amount of money when I was younger, because I would no telling the type of person I would be today. You know, do I wish I had money now? Yeah, I wish I had some guap now. But back then, I'm kind of happy because I wouldn't have had an appreciation for money the way I do now. And that's because life taught me some things. Life gotta teach you some things. Life gonna teach you some things. Trust me. So everyone that, you know, everyone that's in their early 20s and all that, don't feel like you're a failure because you don't have You know, you don't have the fancy car, the clothes, and all that, and don't. And even to my old people, you know, my old people, even to my older people, you know, don't feel like you're a failure as well. You know, age don't matter. You can become successful at any age. At any age. Any age you can make it happen. So, and that's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. It don't matter. Age does not matter. I'm gonna end it with that, man. You know what it is. It's your boy Donnell Torres. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on social medias. Stay true. Stay heard. I'm out. Yes, sir.